All right, YouTube, welcome back. Tell our YouTube people where we're at, Mark.
We are coming. We're on our way to Frackville, PA.
Frack it, baby,
if
frack.
If you don't know what Frackville is in Carbon County, Mount Carbon, they built this country. They built energy. They worked hard their whole life mining coal for us to have energy. And all the props to the coal miners, the history of coal mining. We love you guys. You deserve great jobs. Keep up the good work. You're what America was built on.
Absolutely. All right.
And if you want to have some fun, research Centralia and then post what you learned about Centralia.
55%
We're making it right. We're making it right.
I thought we were going to go to Lancaster.
No.
55% of you watching, swipe, stay with us. There's always something.
Tell me what you learned about Centralia, Frackville, Mount Carmel.
Frackville.
And get out there and visit a coal mine. Love you.
So, 55% swipe. Don't swipe. Stay with us. I know it's a boring day before the football game.
It's Thanksgiving. You know what? This is what we do to relax.
So we step back from our businesses today.
I appreciate y'all. Want to sit around. You work hard on Thanksgiving morning. Yeah. I say get up and do something for your mental, for your body. Get home, then help everyone do dishes for Thanksgiving. And those that are cooking, we love you. Thanks for everything you do. Happy Thanksgiving.
So our choices today, right, were 1, we work on cars. 2, we work on
building repair,
investment properties,
which really what we should have did.
Probably what we should have did. Do our own building maintenance or home maintenance, but it is raining. Or just break away from the daily...
Or canoeing, but we would have searched for gold at canoeing anyway.
So break away from...
That's what we should do.
Yeah, we should.
Let's set the canoeing up with some mining, little equipment for sluicing, and we just cruise a river and pull
I can't focus on both at the same time. Staying afloat and prospecting for gold. So, we made some choices today to break away from being small business owners.
Make a left.
Family man. And responsible small business owners, responsible small business owners working on our own projects or vehicles or doing repairs and maintenance to our businesses. And we said, hey, let's just take a mental day.
It's raining.
It's raining.
It's 40 degrees.
You're not really into pictures.
They don't want to see me.
Yeah. So, Mark has multiple businesses. I have one business and my YouTube channel, which I run as a small business, and I'm learning as I'm working my way through learning how to be a Facebook
coal country baby
YouTube guru, trying to keep you people engaged, my customers, my fans. But today was a way for us to break away from the norm that we have to deal with every day, the phone calls, the tenants, the employees, stress, business decisions, non-business decisions, our personal own personal problems with ourselves, and then Thanksgiving is the icing on the cake for us later on today, and trying to put our minds down. Wow, that's amazing right there. Yeah. So for me, Mark and I have been discussing advertising. And I sit on the Philadelphia...
We need more customers.
We need more customers. Everybody needs more customers. I sit on the Philadelphia Ad Council for Meineke, the Philadelphia area. Mark has multiple businesses, some on a large scale, some on a small scale. But all what we share in common is marketing, talking to our current customers, talking to our potential new customers. And where are the new customers today for your business, be it auto repair or other?
We should have filmed our EV debate.
We should have filmed our EV debate. We can talk about that on the way back.
Maybe we'll film that.
But now that I'm seeing more momentum with other business owners sharing the same vision I have, the same challenges I have, yeah, that's fantastic. That's treacherous. That's treacherous indeed. Where are the customers today? Wow, that's a nice insight back there. We can get to that. No, just stay on task. That where are we going to find new customers? And I instantly threw this out here where your new customers are where you're not. Right? Would you agree with that?
We're talking about the future. You we're advertising to 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, probably not great. We need to advertise to the 23-year-olds, the ones that are just about to get bounced off of mommy and daddy's pocket, and they need to now start making their own decisions for purchases.
Left.
That's where we gotta, oh shit, we gotta make a right. You do it without killing us.
Yeah.
What?
Where?
No, I was wrong. You can't back up here.
Watch me.
Oh my god. All right.
So we're gonna back up on.
So we got to think about marketing to the next gen spenders. So that's the people in college, the people about to get on their own. We know that the young generation is in debt. They're spending a little more time at home in the nest. So advertising right about that age is what I think they got to do. That's my opinion.
So not necessarily your customer right now, right? You want to talk to them. You want to make an impression. You want to plant a seed for eventually at one point in time that they're going to need to consume your product or needs, right? It's not that you need to talk to your core demographic all the time, right? And Mark said that he's just going to say that your customer base currently skews slightly older. So what does that tell you?
Wait. What the fuck? Oh.
Did you just jack me again?
Yes.
You made me back up on a highway that was dangerous as hell.
Get off here.
So we're just going to say that you're...
There's not an exit. Yeah,
I'll
get
take
off
you around.
here. What the hell?
You can't do two things at once.
Dude, we're jacked.
What is it with that? Not to get off subject.
No,
I
it's
meet
just
so
not
many people that can't answer the phone and think and do.
No, dude, the GPS jumped the road on
Well,
me.
I believe that too, but
The arrow went from
so many
here to
people
here.
can't do more than one thing at a time. It's just
Okay,
impossible.
well, this is going to snake us around.
You're wasting gas. This
Yeah,
is not efficient.
No, we're just wasting gas. And we're going to go on Paper Mill Road, which... wonder what they did years ago on Paper Mill Road.
Dude, if we were in an off-road race, we would have lost.
Nah, we're lost. Thank you, GPS.
Like, I'm the pilot and you're the co-pilot.
Oh,
and you're
you
like,
are.
shift 22 degrees, 35 cent throttle, back shift, and pull the parking brake, and you fucked that all up.
I've been lost here before, so I'm not lost. You've been lost here before.
All right, so
Make it right.
you're
Paper Mill Road.
Paper Mill
We're
Road.
not on paper.
That, and we're just speaking in general here. And if your customer base slightly skews older, and you have the waveform of that, right? So your customer started at one point in time as a younger customer. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course.
And then you try and
make it
retain.
right.
You train.
Make it right. Make it right.
You
Make it
try
right,
and
make it right.
retain that customer with
Make it right. No, make it straight.
brand loyalty,
Straight.
trust, service value, and trust, right? And hope that your competitor doesn't make an impression and steal your customer away. And this is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, educating them. I think you guys call that influencing today.
Influencing customer
which is
retention.
not a good word, but we're saying marketing education, brand awareness.
Yeah. But we're saying, hey, science is saying that your customer skews older, right? You know that the older generation is getting to the near end of sometimes consuming your services and product, right?
Yep.
Where do you find a new customer to replace them? You would hope that the generation changes. Now, Mark and I are car people, gasoline powered, and his children drive EV vehicles. Will they ever be the customer of a gasoline powered vehicle in the future? He and I have debated this on our ride up, and we'll talk about that more. He says no, but I say there are a lot of things that they're not aware of right now, and we'll discuss that later. Will they be petroleum vehicle owners in the near future?
That's a different video.
But it's still talking to a customer. You follow me? They're the younger generation customer right now, and the gasoline powered vehicles aren't speaking to those new customers. Not right now.
In California, it says by 2030 something there'll be no more EVs sold. I mean,
Right.
What is? Do you think someone wants to buy a gas vehicle in California when they've been brainwashed for 10 years that it's going to be illegal to own one?
It's
I mean,
area
technically,
it's area specific.
illegal to sell new ones.
Right.
You guys know what I mean. That can be stretched.
So where are the new customers for every business? So I have auto repair, and it skews demographically old. But I'm demographically old. My brother's demographically old. We still drive gasoline-powered vehicles that need repairs
used
and
vehicles.
maintenance.
We drive used vehicles.
We drive used vehicles. But there's going to be a point in time where himself and myself are not going to be driving our vehicles enough to take care of the service provider that we've been going to. Eventually, we're going to go from this skewing older to not using them as much, if not using them at all. And then we're not replacing them enough with new customers. And where are they? So this conversation is, where is your new customer coming from? For me,
And how do you reach them?
And how do you reach them?
Right. You're right.
for me, not being the advertising guru that I am,
You're right.
but it doesn't take an advertising guru to say that if you're not adding new customers, you are slowly going out of business. And would you agree with that?
Of course.
Right?
And if you're not advertising to your next customer base today, you're going out of business in the future.
Next new or just next customer?
Next generation.
Next generation customer. So if you're not reaching those people, and where's the challenges come from to find those people, right? You can't say, and this is just me, you can't say that they're not on Facebook, and they're not on Google, and they're not on TikTok, or any other.
I'm telling you that the next one we're going to video is going to be on why are you advertising on horse and buggies, but let's not mix this combo up.
Yeah, we're not
going to make a left.
We're not going to mix that conversation up. We're speaking to anybody.
Yeah, we're going to make a left.
Anybody out here who's following what I'm saying is, how do you find the next new customer to keep your business alive? Well, then you would have to possibly evolve, right, your services, right, and your product lines. For me and him also, because he has products that he sells that appeals to the masses and not
competition wants your business.
Competition wants
They're
your
going to
business.
take your customers.
They're going to take your customers.
Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest.
Survivor of the fittest. So.
They will come and get your customers.
Right.
They'll be happy to take your customers.
Right. So for Mark, his caveat, his expertise is contract management software. People, right? We're in the people business, and he's in the software business. I'm in the auto repair and people business. Where do we find the new people?
We're on this road for 1.5 miles.
The new people. So I'm saying for myself, being on the advertising council, right? You can't advertise, and this is where Mark says, you can't advertise horse and buggy advertisement for people who no longer buy horse and buggy products, right? And that just has a lot to say to
It's a
different combo of advertising. The new generation of advertising for me, and this is what I said, I was talking to my brother about this, is where is your new customer today? And I say that it is the social media outlets, primarily TikTok, which is the phenomenon right now.
I don't know about my children, they're 20, 23. I don't know. My children are not watching network TV the way I grew up. They're not on Thursday night Cosby Show night.
They're not children, they're young adults,
They're
next
young
consumers.
adults, but they're still my children. They're next wave of consumers.
Next wave of consumers.
They're on their phone watching streaming. They stream what they want when they want.
Everywhere.
They don't want someone who is watching what they call program TV. You're being brainwashed by what that network wants you to watch, and then the marketers are marketing in the middle. They watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it. They want to watch the game, make it right.
Would you say that social media
And
has...
that's where you have to advertise, is where
Would you
these
say-
people,
yeah,
next
where the
gen
people
is
are.
watching, and they're watching on their phone. They got 50-inch TVs in a room. I go in there, they're streaming on their phone.
They're not
watching
getting
TV.
their influences from television, radio,
news,
or
God
billboards.
forbid they watch the news. I mean,
Which one?
left. I'm very sad they don't watch the news because they're being influenced, and I mean influenced in a negative way, by broad opinions and not factual news.
So
that have
we're gonna
reputations that
say-
are rated by media
Yeah.
companies. But if you're going to reach these next consumers.
But so we're going to
You gotta
say,
advertise on those platforms.
so we're going to just shorten this up real quick. They're not, his children are between 21 and 23,
2023.
20 to 23. My son is 19. He doesn't watch television. He doesn't watch, he doesn't listen to the radio.
I'll watch sports.
He doesn't watch public network news. He doesn't watch sports. Right? So, and he doesn't pay attention to billboards.
They're not reading the newspaper.
And they're not reading a newspaper
magazine.
or magazines. So there's 7
They
advertising.
don't even go to the diner. Well, think about placemat ads.
They don't even go to the
The
diner.
food comes to their door. You're better off advertising on a hat that the food delivery dude comes, which no one cracked that yet, than you are at the freaking mats at the diner. I mean, I'm just thinking next gen. The food is coming to their door.
Yeah.
Have a slip inside the door. You Valpak mailer? My kids don't even want to touch a piece of
No.
paper.
So
it's
we're going to
dirty.
do, that's 8.
That's a whole. Wait till we get into this conversation.
8
I got so much on
Right.
advertising.
So there's 8 ways that you could reach potentially old customers.
Better to put a
skewing
slip
older,
in
right?
Grubhub when
Yep.
they order something. Put a slip in there.
8 ways you're not reaching the new
Meineke
generation
discount
consumer.
on DoorDash box.
If that makes any sense to you. 8 ways that
Advertise
you are not.
on the Amazon box. You know how many Amazon boxes come to our houses a day in my office? Freaking I don't even know. I think the U.S. mail shuns against advertising on packaging,
Yeah.
but maybe the privates, FedEx and all that, and Amazon, what, the biggest shipping company or close to it?
Close
you
to
can
it.
advertise
Next to
on that
USPS.
boxes, sell
Yeah.
that ad space.
So for myself,
And you know that I'm buying
so-
Christmas lights. Put an ad on there.
So for myself, just trying to get information from you, YouTube, to better your business, to advertise your business, to make it stronger, I'm recognizing my own weaknesses in my own business system, and I'm sure my brother at the same time is. And it's what are we going to do to execute them after we identify at least 8 ways that we're not reaching new potential consumers of our products.
So much for the coal video. Now you know what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so we're going to call this section right here 8 ways to not be in front of your
We are going to do a
consumer.
coal video. I'm going to get when we get to Frackville. We're going to go back to coal.
8 ways in a short conversation that you're not advertising, you're not in front of, you're not making an impression, you're not planting seeds with the next generation of consumers to make it into the business. Eventually they are going to buy new cars. Eventually they are going to buy a newer pre-owned house. Eventually their parents are going to stop taking care of them and buying clothes. And we're saying the next new generation uses none of the 8 platforms that everyone is advertising on. And it's not skewed demographic specific where you're saying it's 17 to 25 gets everything that they need from their cell phone or tablet,
In their hands.
right?
Right in their hands.
And your children are showing you that, and your peers are showing you that, and your customers are showing you that in their waiting room while they're working, in the bathroom, while they're sleeping,
Waiting room, telehealth. They've got,
sitting in the
they can go
hospitals,
to the
where
doctor if
they're
they have
all
to
on their
go.
tablet or their phone
They're
getting
not wasting 15 minutes, 20 minutes to drive to somewhere. They telehealth.
their news.
Telehealth.
So for me, on my ad council, I have to say that our skewing customer base is the customer who is not going to be consuming our products.
They order car service in my driveway
Yes.
to fix the steering wheel.
Yeah. They
A
order-
certain
yeah.
brand
Yep.
car comes and fixes the steering wheel.
Yeah.
In our driveway. Dad, why would you waste a half hour driving somewhere, half hour back when they
Right.
want to come in my driveway? That's the next gen.
Correct. So if we're not reaching the next new generation of
They're
customers,
not even driving to see a billboard because they're not leaving the house.
but I'm saying eventually they will need to consume some type of auto repair if you don't start talking to them instead of going back to the dealership or clicking their phone and saying, mobile service guys, and don't take this personal, guys. There's a lot of crumb ones out there, and there's a lot of good ones out there. And I show you mobile technicians who come out and service stuff that they shouldn't be servicing in my bays every day. But what influenced that consumer to not pick up the phone and call you or call Meineke for that service, or let alone the IT side, is why did they choose not to consume his product and service as the pioneer and evolution of contract management software with a newer, smaller company who dumped the money into chasing down that new guy that said, hey, our contract's up here. Let's see if we can't find a value someplace else on a more efficient system, that he's necessarily not talking to that new IT director or new corporate person in charge of purchasing because he's 25 years old.
They all got
And his buddy said, hey, I
they're
saw
smart.
this. And they're not stupid.
These people know what they're doing.
You know, and if you guys have any other input that says I'm right, I'm wrong, this isn't saying that I'm right,
It's an
you're
opinion.
wrong. It's an opinion of where are you finding your new customers who are going to continue to consume your products and services. We're driving and doing this video, and we're talking about myself, who's been in self-employed for 19 years. I've been running other people's businesses for near 35 years in my current field. My brother is
You're adapting your market.
We've adapted, right? We're adapting and we're trying to change. My brother, who's a year less than mine, has been in business a century before myself. So we talk about the experience of what we do with running small scale and large scale businesses. There's a wealth of knowledge, just what you're seeing right here. We're not talking about the
You call it that.
yeah, you would have to, but you have to say there's value in what I have to say based on my experience and being able to stay in business for yourself for 19 years. Wow, let's check this out. 19 years.
So, there's an access road.
For 19 years for myself, and for my brother's self near
Oh, that's too.
30 years.
I
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I think there's an access.
30 years. But where is your next new customer coming from?
Yeah.
And are you using archaic advertising ways to speak to
we got some
to speak to the customers? That is a shrinking market
We gotta follow the rules.
in your business system, right? Not including new competition that is chipping away at your core business. Thanks for staying along. We're going to pick this up. I'm going to show you where we're at. Gold prospecting
If
in
you want our
Pennsylvania.
gold locations, contact us. Like the video and contact us. We'll give you the GPSs of where we're at. No, but that's not the GPS.
Well,
People want the real GPS.
We don't know if there's gold here. We don't.
I'm gonna plug it in.
We don't know what's going on. I know it's right here, right now. We're getting wet and cold.
I'll give you the GPS in a second.
This is where we're at.
Right there. I don't know. Zoom in 40.
That's our coordinates right now, and I'm gonna give you some
okay.
video when we get down there. Thanks for your time. I hope you stayed for the whole video. We're getting momentum, at least on my channel, with other business owners who want to do a collaboration and talk about the industry and the standards and what I do, what they do, the challenges, and I'm open for all that. And maybe if we can collectively get a couple guys together, that we can do a net meeting. Mark, do they still have net meetings?
Yeah, Google Meets.
Google Meet or
free
something, and
great
and we
tool.
can all talk together collectively and just put our heads together and grow our businesses and educate each other from different parts of the world. And I think that has a lot of
All right, let's
value.
do
Thanks
it.
for watching.